Good morning, everyone. This is Michael DeGioia with the Affinity Legends of Wall Street Trading Room. All right, guys, we got a bunch of stocks that we have on the list today. So let's take a look. So the first off, I wanted to talk about BAC. So we're going to take a look at BAC from a couple of different angles. Okay, we got BAC. Okay, BAC gapping up. BAC had an upside earnings surprise. Okay, well, not surprise, but upside earnings. BAC has a really good daily chart. It's got a low and then a higher low. BAC is responding positively to earnings, unlike JP Morgan, which is kind of a surprise. Usually JP Morgan responds better than BAC does. The JP Morgan is gapping down, not massively. So I have JP Morgan as an earnings reversal watch. Now, could it potentially break down? Yes, it could. Excuse me one second, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so JP Morgan, I'm going to watch JP Morgan for an earnings reversal. I see a lot of green running on the tape with JP Morgan. So just keep an eye on that for the earnings reversal watch list. So let's get started here. Gapping up, we got BAC. Okay, that's a gap and go. Right, gap and go. It's not really highly rated, but it would be a possible gap and go. I'm just going to change the color of this. All right, so that's BAC. It looks like how I feel after a night of drinking. BAC, gap and go. Okay, so we're going to watch that one. I'm going to watch JPM. JPM for a fade. Earnings reversal. Right, an earnings reversal fade. Other stocks that I'm going to keep an eye on. We have Delta Airlines. We got, let's see, Delta Airlines, DAL, Delta Airlines daily chart. Looks like Delta is gapping up to 48.66. I mean, it looks like a gap up, but we'll see how Delta responds. I don't see anything great on Delta. Wells Fargo, WFC. Okay, we got Delta Airlines, WFC. I'm going to just put Delta Airlines on the watch list. Oh, yeah, SanDisk, right? Okay, so WFC, guys, looks to me like a pretty big gap down. The chart on WFC looks pretty bad. I'm just going to put that on a watch because I really don't have anything great to say about it. It looks like a possible fade. I'm going to say WFC, fade watch. Okay. Ones that would run into the end of the day. We got TRIP. Okay, let's take a look at TRIP. Okay, TRIP is up massively, but let's see the daily chart on TRIP. Guys, TRIP is gapping into resistance, so I'm going to watch TRIP for a residual buying run up to $85 and then watch it to top out around 85. So with TRIP, you get TRIP, you're going to get a run like this. So this is where it closed. This is where it's gapping up to. It may run up to 85. Okay? And then from 85, reject and reverse. And then watch it after it crosses over the open. Okay? Watch it after it crosses over the open and starts to fade and go down. So that's the game plan on Trip. It's kind of a complicated gap play because it's gapping up a lot, but it's not quite at resistance. So it might get some residual resistance, and I want you to see what Trip looks like pre-market. It's got a little double top here on the pre-market. So $84 might be kind of the early resistance level. That's going to be significant. $82 is also going to be significant. Then you might, that's right, Lisa, you might get the sympathy play. Okay, you might get airline sympathy. Other airlines. Okay, earnings runner sympathy. Okay, earnings runner sympathy. So watch the others like JetBlue was downgraded yesterday. Watch JetBlue. Watch UAL. And American Airlines is AMR, I think. I'm not. AAL? American Airlines? Yep, American Airlines is AAL now. Love is another one, LUV. So watch the other airlines from the bounce. Now we also got Xilinx and Netflix after the bell today. NFLX. Netflix is already gapping up. I think that you should watch a dip. For any dip on Netflix, most likely Netflix rallies and runs into earnings. It was very big down yesterday. Okay, Netflix, I think, will probably dip and rip into earnings. And just sell it by the end of the day. You just got to watch Netflix. This is a longer term. This is a day play. It should rally and run into earnings. What it does on earnings, I have no idea. I leave that to others. The other one that's after the bell is Xilinx. Xilinx. XLNX. So Xilinx is another one. Now, unlike Netflix, Xilinx has a great daily chart. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days up. It's got 3 days down. And today it's gapping down. So I think Xilinx is a pretty good, pretty good one to buy into the earnings run. BAC is a gap and go. We already talked about it, Caesar. BAC, gap and go. Okay, we're going to watch for a gap and go or a check mark, right? If it fades a little bit, it's got a really good daily chart on BAC, and it's showing relative strength to the banking sector. All right? We got a lot of action today, people. Yesterday, I didn't, because the thing got messed up. We made money on JP Morgan. Intel were both good plays. Fast was a good one. J&J eventually worked. All right, guys, market's going to open. All right, guys, I'm watching Xilinx, watching JP Morgan, watching Netflix. GM, Jeffries, and B were the ones that that Mike mentioned. I didn't get a chance to go on through them all, but I'm going to put them on there as day trade watches. Guys, I like the Xilinx. Xilinx is already showing signs of dippage. Trip is already, let's see, Trip. I really like Trip on that. That's a complex play. I'm gonna put Trip. I'm gonna leave Trip here. Guys, BAC already going. Guys, if anybody wants, I mean, if you're in BAC on the little dip, BAC is already a sell in this area, right? So if you bought the dip on BAC, this is the sell. Keep an eye on Lilly. That was one of our watches from a few days back, guys. Lilly gapping. That's a gap and go. Beautiful pre-market check mark. Recovery after it's into the gap fade earnings area. Guys, look at Trip hitting into 84 and rejecting. Lilly going up. Nice paired off action on Lilly and Trip. Intel as a short, guys. Intel, INTC as a short. Intel triggering a 5-minute low, not a 5-minute low break yet, but let's see Intel on the short. There's Intel breaking the 3-minute low. Guys, Lilly breaking the gap area. It gapped up and triggered on the daily. Lilly as a good long, right? On a pullback. Now we got to wait for a pullback. Let's see Trip. It's put in a top. Top, double top, triple top, potential drop. Okay, let's watch Trip. You might want to take a little nibble on Trip. Intel is already triggering the 3-minute short. Intel getting kibosh, guys. Anybody who took Intel, guys, watch Netflix. Netflix starting to go, right? That's the dip. Now the rip. Netflix. Guys, let's watch for the 5-minute break. 5-minute low break. It's the first 5 minutes of trading are done. Intel, possible 5-minute low break. Watch Trip. It's crossed over under VWAP on Trip, guys. 5-minute VWAP on Trip. It may have tripped it up. Look at Trip, guys, triggering on the 5-minute. It's not there yet, guys. It has not triggered on the 5-minute. I'm still watching the Trip. It has to cross under the VWAP on the 1-minute. It's right there on Trip. So hold off on Trip. Don't let it trip you up. If you have a marker lot, you're fine. Guys, Lilly made a little pullback. Watch another continuation play on Intel if it makes another leg down. If it doesn't make a leg down, okay, then just take your profits. If you got in on the 3-minute low break, you can take your profits here. If you shorted here, okay, then you can take your profits. Okay, guys, look at Lilly. Lilly got into the gap zone. There's a lot of clear air still on Lilly. Just wait for some kind of an entry. Guys, Intel starting to roll. Trip. Still good on Trip, guys. We are potentially a high, failure to make a new high. Intel at the low of the day, guys. Intel at the low of the day. Let's watch it, see if it crosses VWAP. Guys, Trip looks lower. Trip looks lower, guys. High, failure to make a new high. Okay, let it break. Let's see if Trip breaks. Intel, let's see if Intel breaks. Let's see what the Qs are doing. Yeah, Qs are going up. So, I mean, these stocks are just relatively, these are stocks that have just gapped up too much or got extended. BAC was a good sell. Guys, I think Trip is going to break down here. It's put in a high. It's either a cover if it rips up and just call it quits, or it's going to break like the Dickens, whatever that means. Netflix, guys, looking ready to go. Netflix triggering. 1 minute trigger on Netflix. BAC, watch that for a long. If it breaks out above this consolidation, BAC could be a good long. Trip acting heavy. BAC looks possibly like a bull flag. Netflix exploding to the upside on Netflix. All right, guys, I think Netflix is probably going to be a beautiful runner all day. I want to see what the 15-minute chart looks like on this. We'll see. If it breaks that 15-minute declining moving average, then it will be a good runner. Trip not breaking down, so we may just want to unwind Trip, put a stop on it. So I got stopped out of Trip. It'll probably go down now. Netflix doing well. Trip right at VWAP right now. Okay, guys, I shorted Trip again. I'm going to put a tight stop just above 82.50. I will double dip, but if I get double dipped and fooled twice, I will not play it again. Netflix, guys, is coming in, so if you have any profit on Netflix, you might want to take it. Qs are pushing higher. Trip definitely showing relative weakness, but that's only because it had such a large gap up. Yep. Stopped again on this. I think they're just doing this on purpose to me. Got stopped again on Trip. They tripped me up. Netflix, guys, definitely should have taken profits if you didn't already. Okay, you probably don't have profits if you didn't take them when they got up to the prior high. There goes Trip, guys. It's got to break the low, though. Let's take a look at DAL. Guys, DAL looks like a beautiful bull flag. DAL, nice. I'm going to take a little nibble on that. Okay, guys, trip finally broke down. I took the DAL, guys. In DAL. Trip breaking down, guys. 5-minute low. Play is valid. DAL triggered. 5-minute. This is a 3-minute high break. Let's look at the 5-minute high. I think it's a 5-minute 1, 2, 3. Trip's first target is going to be $80. Okay, guys, DAL might be done if it doesn't rally and reverse soon. This trip is almost at the area that it breaks down. This would be the low point on trip. DAL is probably good on the, this is the breakout, that's the first pullback. Irwin, nice trade on trip. Lily, guys, setting up on the 5-minute. Lily. Okay, guys, DAL made a big suckers rally and then reversed. Okay, guys, trip might make another jig down. Remember, trip's $80 is a big number for trip. Guys, watch DAL as it hits the 5-minute. If it puts in a buy setup on the 5-minute. Right now on the 1-minute, it came into VWAP and it's setting up. Guys, trip jigging down again. We day trade stocks and we swing trade options for dollars. Okay, guys. I'm covering some trip. I only have 100 shares because I got stopped out twice. DAL, guys, possible 1-minute trigger on DAL. Guys, trip just made a big, huge breakdown. Woo! Irwin, you should have run some of your trip, not covered the whole position. But very nice trade regardless. Okay, guys, trip, if it breaks the $80 low, here's the target on trip, covering a quarter. I don't have many shares left. Okay, I covered some at 79. Now, guys, once it breaks this, it should get climactic. I bought more on the DAL, so that's looking good. Nice trade, John Streetman on trip. Great trade on trip. Guys, watch DAL. I think DAL is going to go. This is a nice 3-minute buy setup. Trip is still going, guys. There's so much room to fall on trip. now that it's gotten through that resistance. Support, rather. I mean, we're hanging out right here at 79.78, 79.82. I mean, we're kind of through support, so I mean, you could cover here and you'd be fine. I'm watching the level 2 now. DAL, guys, if DAL gets up to the prior high, remember, if I bought 300 shares here and 200 shares back here, when it gets up to there, I'm killing it. From 49 up to 40 cents, 200 shares, 40 cents, and then 300 shares, 20 cents. It's a nice trade. Okay, I'm just covering the trip. I don't want to trip myself up. That made my day. You know, I made 100 and on trip alone, I made $150 on 100 shares. Okay, on DAL, on the 500 shares, I stand to make, now I did get on trip, by the way, I did get stopped out twice. So I did give up about 50 bucks. On DAL, I got 500 shares, and I stand to make about 30 cents. So, you know, that's another 150 bucks. Netflix. Netflix was a nice runner. It was a runner from in and around 111, 111 up to 111.50. Those of you who stayed in Netflix, that's where it's still valid. It's a good play. It's just that it's a longer term play. Guys, watch AMD. It's got earnings tomorrow, AMD. And with SanDisk getting bought out or, you know, potential buyout, AMD is probably going to get some action. AMD has resistance at $2, well, $1.96. And if it breaks that, it runs to $2.15. Let's look at DAL, guys. Guys, watch Trip for another play. I mean, this stock could fall so far, it's almost like worth the risk. Guys, I think DAL making a beautiful chart here. It's got a possible 1, 2, 3 forming against the rising 10-period moving average. Guys, I'm glad I never bought Lilly. Look at that, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bar pullback. Okay, watch Lilly for a bounce, though. Guys, watch DAL for a jig up. BAC. Okay, BAC done with the move. Okay, that was a nice play that we called in the morning, too. Right at the gate. It was a 1-minute kind of residual rally. Ran up, but that's kind of resistance now. Only one I'm still in is DAL, and I like Netflix a little later on. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Guys, trip new lows. Trip new lows. Michael, you got to tell me what number they are. Otherwise, I can't help you. Guys, trip new lows. DAL holding up, but the market is getting pretty heavy. Guys, markets are getting very, very, very heavy, but they're right at the moving averages. I wouldn't get overly bearish. Let's take a look at the UVXY, UVXY, UVXY. UVXY has a big, strong reversal bar at the rising moving average. I think that's the 100. That's the 50, I'm sorry. At the rising 50. There's the Qs. Selling off more, guys. Look at the Qs. I mean, complete double top reversal now at the VWAP on the 3-minute. I mean, you should get some kind of bounce here. DAL is selling off now with the market, although still relatively strong to the markets. Guys, Trip is at the low.
Hey, good morning. What's up? Kenny's here. What's going on? Just looking for reversals. I got my first one with this SVXY. It wasn't too bad. And now I just shorted Twitter. Sorry, I thought I had my mic on. Twitter, nice gap up, rolled over. I just went short a little bit. I don't really see too much follow through on either side right now, as far as I'm concerned. GoPro is trying to make a little strength there, spiked up, already came back in. So I'm really professional at not trading. I don't see my exact setup. I sit around and wait because there are days where none of my setups come up. I just stay disciplined and not trade. And then when I have those days where I have thousands of them, I'll be yelling and screaming about every trade. And to my friend who wants to look for some options, that's when I'll start talking about option plays and strike prices and whatnot. Right now, I'm seeing absolutely no reason to put any money to work anywhere. UVXY is flat. I need that thing to be ripping one way or another. Then you get more movement. If the VIX is flat, generally you're gonna have a flat day. So that J&J was one I was on my list for an earnings reversal from yesterday, meaning that the numbers weren't that good, but the stock kind of held in there. But today they took it apart. UVXY staying green. Right now, you've got to think that maybe the market wants to go down a little bit. We haven't had a couple of green days in UVXY in a while now. All I got is Twitter short, really. And there it goes. Here's where I take profit already. I look to make 15 cents on my trades, and then I cover 80% of them. So I'm down to a couple of hundred shares of Twitter now. And my stop is $29 on the rest. That's it. I just look for reversals, stocks that are gapped up, that fade the gap and then go the opposite way. Classic definition of reversal: breaks the closing price from the prior day, either up or down. Hence the reason I was buying SVXY there for a second. That worked out. Luckily, I'm a big fan of taking 15, 20-cent profits. So SVXY was a good trade, but now it stinks.
Guys, I might think that to buy Trip. It crosses the VWAP here. Trip was, this is the cover area if you're short at $79. We called it at 82. Okay, this would be a great place to cover your Trip. And then if you buy it here, you got 50 cents to the downside as your stop.
Did buy a little bit more Joy Global today. I got that 16.85 price that I was looking for on Joy Global. This is a more of a position I'm building.
Nice trades, Phyllis. WFC, nice trade, and JP Morgan, nice trade. More so the WFC. Guys, trip triggering. Trip. 50 cents, already up 50 cents. The quicker you're dead in this business, guys.
Joy Global looking good. You guys that like options, I am looking at next month's Joy Global trades for November $19 calls. Those are the ones we had last week. We made some money on, so now that we can buy them back cheaper. Actually, I might go into the 18s this time. If I could get them at $1. I just got to check when the earnings report's coming out on Joy Global. Not a fan of owning any stock, short or long, going into any reports. I trade after they report. And more importantly, the Qs hit a multi-day VWAP, something I use, sort of a proprietary thing my friend built for me. Pretty interesting. Got a double top 106.53 on the Qs, so if we can't break back above that, market's probably going to stay in this little choppy area. And of course, I put a stop on the rest of my Twitter. I got stopped out, and now it's breaking new lows. Oh, the joys and wonders of stop losses. Sometimes they're the best thing, sometimes they're the worst. All right, market rolling over right now, so keep an eye on UVXY. And Twitter's hitting new lows, and now I stink. All right, it was only 200 shares left of Twitter. You know, it would have been nice to make an extra $50, but I didn't.
Anybody who's still in Delta Airlines with me, this still looks good. It looks like a bull flag. Okay. I am not profitable on the trade. I'm flat, but trade is still valid. It is one of the few stocks that's relatively strong.
I'm seeing a lot of chop, so this is my kind of day where taking a 15-cent profit is probably the best thing to do. Obviously, if you're trading a huge stock like Netflix and trying to make 15 cents is kind of silly. You're risking $2 to try to make 15 cents. All right, market rolling over here, so probably going to dip back into some UVXY. Let me see if it's any significant spot here. We just broke above a 1-minute VWAP on the UVXY, so I feel like I'm a little bit late. Market rolling over. UVXY should continue to go, and now I'm feeling silly about not holding those 200 shares of Twitter. But maybe you got into the Twitter short with me there for a little bit of money there. Those are my kind of trades. Gaps that fail and then fade and then reverse. And Joy Global still hitting highs, so my long is working. That's all I got. Joy Global, J-O-Y. Twitter getting smoked now. Oh man. UVXY ripping. Just broke over deviation band at 37.32. All right, I got another possible reversal on Celgene, C-E-L-G. Just reversed, hit the half number, and it bounced off it. So now I'm going to wait to see if it breaks down again. CELG. It's pretty far from your perfect entry. It had a 1 minute and a multi-day collision at 1:15:28. If you guys are unfamiliar with VWAP, that's what I preach in here. Really good for sentiment changes. But on a choppy day, there is no rhyme or reason for what anything does, because we're basically, nobody has any conviction on either side, so we just chop. And those days are fun, as long as you take your profit and then move on to the next one. Very happy I didn't buy GoPro, because that looked like it was going to be a decent trade there. And next thing you know, it falls 70 cents, 60 cents. So really, I just bought a little bit more Joy Global, and it looks like I probably should have bought a ton more, because this thing is looking pretty good. That'd be JOY for you players at home. Obviously missed the XON short again. Man, that stock is a mover. You blink and it's down 2 points. XON, that was a multi-day VWAP break and just collapsed. All right, here's your Celgene. Couldn't get back going onto the upside, so looking like it's got some room to go down. That would be CELG. Enjoy Global hitting new highs, man. All right, here's your Celgene triggering down through the half number. Celgene, if anybody just got it short at 113.50, be my guest and take profits. That would be CELG. If you just got short at 113.50 on the break of the low, you're up a quarter. You know what they say, if you take the money, they can't take it away from you. So put a bid in there, 113.20. Maybe you get done on the bid. If not, and there you go. Congratulations, winner. That would be Celgene. And of course, now it'll probably tank 6 points because we made 20 cents or 30 cents. Whoa.
Guys, this trip short fade was probably the call of the century. Had a nice little scalp there for 50 cents. Now it's just still melting.
You guys see that Celgene? Hopefully you guys were paying attention. Give you the heads up. Couldn't break back above that 114 area. Rolls back over, breaks the low of the day. You get your 15, you get your 20 cents, you get your 25 cents. You take your money, and now they can't take it away from me. So whether it falls $1 from here or $2, goes up $2, doesn't really matter. It's over. That's what I try to do.
Earnings reversal now on Delta, guys. Earnings reversal now on Delta.
Market rolling. Your airlines are all falling. So if you want to play some reversals, you got American Airlines just went into the red. That would be AAL. And your Dow hitting new lows, obviously. It started this off. AAL, which went negative. I tried to short it at 43.41, and I'm not going to lie, it didn't get me. And I probably would have just covered for 10 to 15 cents, but I didn't get it. So let's see if it. See AAL, if there's any significance here. Oh man. If you guys are VWAP followers and you got my chart set up, you see what I see. This was a short on the 1 minute break at 44.30. So we were so late. We actually just played a multi VWAP break reversal and it came right back over it. So it was a quick trade if you were in it. But you got that 20 cents. You see what I'm saying? Not that I did the trade because I didn't get the exact print I wanted. I am one to only trade perfection. If I miss my entry sometimes by 3 cents, I will not even do the trade. And a lot of times you'll just hear me complaining about it because 3 cents shouldn't make a decision. But for me, if I don't get my exact print, I don't even trade it. I don't even do it. Joy Global, what's up?
Guys, Delta
That's
actually
it.
on the daily chart is now a doji. So this should come into about 46 if it really triggers a real earnings reversal. 46 $46, which would be over the next 2 days.
Oh, this market's terrible. I wouldn't be playing SVXY right now. I'd be looking the other way.
Guys, Trip is still a good short. Delta is also a good short now that it's into the gap. It faded and filled the gap already. So whatever long there was, everybody who was long got stopped out, got ripped a new butthole. And you know, they're now that anybody who bought this based on the earnings is going, they're going to be losers.
I wouldn't be looking at MU today. It's probably trading with Snail Dick today. How do you like that? We talked about the Snail Dick yesterday, and next thing you know, the stock's on fire. I saw something about Snail Dick the other day, and I just looked good. I haven't traded that stock in a long time. Next thing you know, it's takeover. I don't. Is it taken over or just a big rumor?
Is a
That's
buyout
nuts.
offer.
All right, listen. I got another reversal coming here for you. U.S. Steel. That's a
Michael
big
speaking.
X. Just you got your 1 minute break, got your multi-day break, and now you're possibly reversing. And Twitter is going to be the best trade of the day, of course, because I'm not in it anymore. That'll be big X on the short. Big X short. Big X negative. Big X. Big X. I will put a stop on this. I don't really want to put a stop. I will. UBXY new highs. XON is was the trade of the day here. Jeez, should have mentioned it. Damn. XON, even though it looks like it might go negative, after a 4-point miss, I don't think I'm going to be trading this thing. But I'm probably going to be looking to buy it again if it goes back into the low 30s again. Talking about, well, actually, if it breaks 30 again, I'll probably buy it. All right, let's see what U.S. Steel can do on this next move down. By the way, Intel breaking higher. Nice comeback. Let's see if Intel has any significant price. Oh, you got your multi-day at 31.78, so maybe it'll make an attempt to get there. Breaks above 31.78, then you got a possible earnings reversal on your hands. That's a nice one to watch. Everybody knows Intel. Breakdown, shakedown. All right, I just have U.S. Steel short. And I'm not covering unless it breaks 1201. And U.S. Steel just hanging in there.
Delta Airlines might be another good short on the 3-minute. Watch Delta Airlines as it rolls over further.
Thanks, Mark.
Mike, it's easier if you just call me.
This is a choppy day, man. Don't get chopped up. So what, we had Celgene, Joy Global, and U.S. Steel. U.S. Steel, I'm probably just going to wind up getting out flat here. I just put on a little bit at 12. I was just about to add 1187. I never even got it. So, just sitting around. Joy Global, new highs? Yeah, wow. Normally, I don't want to be short with U.S. Steel, Joy Global strong. They kind of run together. Joy Global, U.S. Steel, Rig, they all generally stink together or they're good together. You guys understand what I'm saying? How we're not really having too much follow through. Follow through is what makes you money. You need the market, you need the stock to move after you get in, and we're just chopping back and forth. Except for Joy Global, because I only bought a little bit more. Of course, that's the trending stock of the day here. Look at this Joy Global. By the way, it was a reversal. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't. Kind of opened up flat and then tacked on. Chop suey. Well, if I do one trade today, 2 trades, and I can make a little bit of money, then it is what it is. I don't have to trade. Nobody ever has to trade. Celgene worked. So that's all you really needed. SVXY. I missed the UVXY. That would have been better. And either I'm going to make 40 bucks on US Steel or not.
Guys, DAL working to the downside. Watch it continue down.
All right, let's see if US Steel can break the low of the day on this move. So if it doesn't, I might just get the hell out. All right, US Steel, what are you gonna do? You're gonna fall apart here on for a while. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Come on. All right, we're back to the lows of the day on US Steel. Just wanted a little bit. I'm trying to get 1175 out of it. I mean, it's not much more to go. It's only 10 cents, but that'll make it worth my while here. JP Morgan's still going down, huh? Anybody short JP Morgan? You guys were talking about that, right? Something just happened with Walmart. That was just a monster spike and then a collapse. All right, UVXY still green, still going higher, so shorting is allowed today on the market. UVXY, look out, still going. Walmart just went to the highs of the day and crashed to the lows of the day. Huh. Ah, that must have hurt somebody. No, it's still trading. Hey, U.S. Steel, a new low. You still my heart. Oh. And it stops. Wow, somebody just, they must have pre-announced or something, or some leakage of numbers or something. That probably has something to do with the market, getting weaker. Walmart is a obvious bellwether. Oh lordy, the market's still down and it's 10:40. We're finally having a down day. Oh, about time. Market's been pretty damn strong the last couple of weeks. U.S. Steel can't go down. Walmart getting kiboshed. Wow. Really?
Guys, Delta going to 48. Remember I said that was the target on Delta?
Boring. If you're trading Walmart, it's not too boring.
Guys, Netflix massive dip. Now doing a massive bounce. This is that Netflix is such a vicious stock. Okay, massive dip. Now watch it for the earnings rally rip. It may not be yet. It might make a retest of these lows. So keep an eye on Netflix as you go into the end of the day.
There you go. It's the conference call going on. They taking their numbers down. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Sign of the apocalypse, right? Walmart's not making money. Cats and dogs living together, the whole thing. Sympathy play. You got Target getting hammered now too. TGT. UVXY still rocking. Guess Walmart What's a scaring everybody right now. Again, I would still recommend looking for shorts on a day where the UVXY is still trending higher. And if you are short something, you don't really have to cover yet because UVXY is telling you the story. By the way, this is the second day UVXY is green, so if we have a third day, maybe the market is ready to give back 70% of the move that we just had on the upside. Seen it before. Stick with that UVXY today, guys. Hey, US Steel, what do you know? Did anybody pick up UVXY yesterday on that monster 1 minute multi VWAP break? And then it rallied into the close. Never a good sign watching UVXY rally into the close. Usually bodes bad for the next day's market. And as much I know you're tempted to go try to find a bottom on Walmart, forget it. Who cares? Not worth it. Sure, it'll rip up $1 when you think you're about to buy it. Oh, I just missed it. A waste of time. You're going to get chopped up. Let it settle out. Maybe later on there'll be some support where it'll be more stable. How about FEYE? How about FEYE? Once that takeover rumor subsided again? I mean, shit, guys. When that stock's up on a Friday, you short, you sell it, and you short it on Monday, and then the thing collapses. UVXY, come on. This thing could get right back to 43 bucks today. Walmart bad numbers, that's a frightening thing for a lot of people. A lot of algos are getting triggered right now. Remember, the algorithms don't ask why, they just act. So UVXY goes up, market gets weaker, so forth and so on. You can't ignore a Walmart being down 8%. And if you want to ignore it, then you're probably doing something wrong. And US Steel still won't break down. You want to see magic? I'll cover at 1181, and it'll probably just be the end of the company. It'll be the new Bethlehem Steel. All right, I just covered it. Screw this stock. I'm just being bored out of my mind. I don't even want to look at my other two trades now because I'm sure they're a lot. Oh, actually, Celgene's higher from where I covered. That's nice. Pretty good. And Twitter is still, oh, Twitter's at lows, so. UVXY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. This market. You highs. UVXY. What's up? And now, my friends, if you're in the UVXY, sell it. Sell it right here. 39 bucks. You're out! Obviously, it wasn't such a great sell because it went immediately up 10 cents more, but why not take it off the table? Maybe we'll get a pullback. Or if the market crashes, we'll be looking at it at 43 by the end of the day and we'll be all crying. But I got to take money off the table. And I'm already regretting it. Just like every other trade. Okay. Sorry. That's another 50 bucks in 2 seconds. $60. 70, 80, 90. I guess it's going to go to 43. I'm an idiot. Goodbye. Wow. Again, now 39 was sort of a good place to sell it. Anyway, I'm really good at telling people what to get into. You know, I'm one for taking profits. If you feel like you see something different from than I see, you don't have to sell things when I sell them or get out of a short or, you know, I'm real good at just pointing them out where the entries are good. And that is more than half the battle. All right, selling at 39 now wasn't so bad. All right, we feel better now? Feel better? There you go. No one's going to nail the bottoms or the highs on any trade. By the way, Snail Dick SNDK still fading off that takeover rumor or bid. I don't know the story there, but that'd be SNDK. We call it Snail Dick in here. Broke the 1 minute, and wouldn't you know it, it's about to hit the multi-day. And if you don't know about VWAP, email me at kennyglick@aol.com, and we'll talk about setting up a little mini seminar for you. VWAP, very important to know about. This is how the high frequency trading and algos and your black boxes and your gray boxes and your mom's boxes, that's how they all trade. FEYE, that stock's going to, it looks like it's going to back to $24, but this could be the biggest sucker play ever. Maybe they're just shaking everybody out before the takeover because it looks so awful. I've read that this stock is a pump and dump that's destined to be at zero. I've never heard, only from the people that are stuck long who love the company because they're in it from 80 bucks and 40 and 50. They'll always say how great of a company it is. I've only heard bad things about this company to the point where it's almost, I've read that it's a scam. I mean, I've heard the negative tone on that stock. And also, if it only seems to go up on takeover rumors. It had one earnings report where it popped, but 9 out of 10 have been bad. Again, now we're diving into like fundamentals on stocks. I just listen to what the stock's telling me, and this thing's just garbage. It's at a 52-week low. It's probably going to be at a 3-year low soon. If it gets down to that $26 level again and doesn't break, I'm sure we'll be rah-rahing FEYE on buying it that day. But man, that stock is just awful. So much for the GoPro Christmas rally. Oh, really? You can't just have one product and have a company worth $60 trillion? Oh, sorry, GoPro. And you know where Fitbit's going to be 6 months from now, right? I'll say $2. Anybody owns Fitbit, no offense, but why? Most of you guys in here are day traders, I would assume, right? You're not investors. U.S. Steel breaking lows now, of course. Well, Target really did roll over with the Walmart. My God. Oh my God. It was only down $1 when I looked last.
What was the news on Walmart, Kenny?
What?
What was the news on Walmart?
Their conference call, they downgraded their yearly forecasts and that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1940s. Nobody invests in the stock market anymore, right? I'm looking at the long-term fundamental situation here. I want to buy some Hilton. Who is that? The old guy, Hal Holbrook from the Wall Street movie. Good things come to those who wait, whatever he says. I don't know where you get your information, but I don't like it. So anyway, like I said, as much as you're tempted to dip in and try to play a stock that's getting kiboshed and look for a bounce, don't. Don't. Ever. I'm telling you. I've been doing this 20 years. The one time where you catch a nice buy and it rips up and you make money, 99 times out of 100, you're just going to get stopped out and lose, and then you're going to be tempted. Oh no, now that's the bottom. Oh, let me buy it again. And then you get stopped out and you lose, and it's just a waste of time. Only focus on the stuff that is high probability if you want to make it in the industry. All right?
Oh, we could have just bought it at 60.25 and it went to 60.80.
Yeah, because you were about to buy it at 60.25. Come on. You got to be real with yourself. It's an internal battle also. I'm telling you now, trying to pick bottoms is a losing game. The one time you get it right is 300 that you're going to get wrong, or 99. You know when Walmart will be a good buy? Tomorrow, let's say they gap it down again on the the headlines that come out on all the news channels, and Walmart's gap down, blah blah blah, and then it goes green. Oh, then the shorts who got short today are going to want to cover to make their money. So tomorrow, on a gap down on Walmart, if it goes green, then you buy. I'm telling you, what I'm really good at is saving people money. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Rounders when Mike goes to talk to Kanish at the Russian Banya. He says a very key phrase there. It's like, I'm giving you my playbook from my bag beats. I got my ass kicked too many times to let you people fall into the same traps. I've done everything wrong, yet I'm still here. Because I've gone back to what works, and that's me trading 1 or 2 stocks a day that fit the criteria that work about 85 to 90% of the time. UVXY going green. And the funny thing is we had SVXY as the first trade of the day because it went green. Celgene going red, taking a little bit off the money, take something off the table.
Oh man, we could have had Walmart at 60.25, you bastard.
Look, it could go to 62.50. I'm just telling you. It's not worth the gamble. Because I'm sure some of you guys were looking at it down 5%, right? Thinking,
Oh, this can't go down more than 5%.
Now, Snail Dick, on the other hand, this is a stock that's just getting, why the hell wouldn't you be taking profits, right? Snail Dick, SNDK, you got the 1 minute break, you got the multi-day. Come on, man. You owned the stock a couple of days ago at $50 and it's sitting here at 70. You got to be taking something off the table. Hence the reason it was probably a good short. And you know what? It's still not a bad short idea with using this 60. Again, it's not my flavor of trading, but if you want to short SNDK, I'd wait to see if you could get 68.26. And UVXY will be $43 tomorrow morning. Every time I sell out of this thing, I got to tell you, it's a ripper. Damn. I would say most of the move in UVXY right now is based on the Walmart. It's scaring the shit out of people and readjusting algos right now. Oh, did you sell your Walmart just now? Oh, of course you did, because you're so awesome, right? Oh, no, it's going to beat the lows of dead. Oh. Come on, man. I'll save you from yourselves. How you feeling about it now if you didn't take your profit, right? Oh, new lows on Walmart. Oh, maybe now. So here, let me explain what's going to happen now. So now you'll get guys that just buy it with the low of the day as the stop. So if you're fast like a computer, the computer trade was bang, you're just buying it right there at 60.20 with a 2-cent stop. Now they're selling out of it. So those are high frequency trades going on right now. And they're killing it right now. Killing it in a good way. Somebody got printed at 60.20 with a 2-cent stop, which was faster than you could even type that stock in and press the button. Stock's trade's already done. So now you want to chase it here at 60.65? Come on, they'll probably just drop the bids down right to 60.30 again just to get you out. High frequency guys will be there sucking your shares in, pop it back out to 60.70. I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's a. I've been watching this stuff too. I'm like an idiot savant when it comes to this stuff. I know how to lose money, is what I'm saying. So if you know how to lose money, just avoid those things and you'll be ahead of the game. Now, I tell you, for you guys that are just sitting here, I know they're out. I know you guys are out there. Maybe not in here. Maybe I'm just talking to the matrix because there's microphones in my room. I know someone's sitting there waiting. Well, if it just dips back down to 60.25 again, I'll give it a shot. It's not crazy at this point with Walmart down 10%. It is Walmart. You just saw a double bottom at 60.25. But look out, you got to be quick. You're going to try it. Again, I don't want to be chasing it here. You're already, you got to be, what are you looking to do in the trade, You want to try to make 20, 30 cents? You think you're going to be able to buy Walmart here and catch the low of its life right here? You're going to be an investor in Walmart? No. So if you're dead set about trying to play Walmart, let's see if it goes back to that 60.25 again. I guess Solid just walked in. Walmart. Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while.
I just got here, man.
Solid just bought 10,000 shares of Walmart. He's making a stand. Nice trade. 60.50, 10,000 shares. Oh man, take your profit. 5 G's right there. Sell 61. Woo! High frequency Solid. He comes in, he makes 5 grand in 3 seconds. Man, you're the best trader I've met ever. UVXY. You ain't got no alibi. It's ugly. Now you see how some of these stocks are trading, right? Remember, guys, another good thing to learn about trading is don't trade until you know a little bit about how a stock moves. Just because it looks good on a chart, you still should know a little bit about how the thing moves. Is it thin? Is it thick? You know what that means? If you don't know what that means, again, we should sit down and talk. We do a lot of talking in here, a lot of ideas, we take for granted that most of you guys have been part of somebody's class at some point, and but if you ever have any questions, just email me, and then we'll have that little Q&A. See what you want to do. Target. Damn. Jesus Christ. You know what? I hate playing the sympathy plays, but Jesus Christ. Did anybody short the Target? I mean, it was down $1. I was like, oh, yeah, Target's going down with Walmart. Next thing you know, it's down 4. Wow. So, yeah, Scotty and the Gator, you've seen the correlation of the UVXY. If you've taken away anything so far, you definitely got to watch UVXY. It really does show you strength and weakness of the market. And yesterday we got that moment where the UVXY started going up and the market was flat. Tells you that maybe there's some selling coming. And then we got some selling today. All right, I'll be right back. I'm actually looking at Target because it hit a half number and didn't break down. Again, not a big fan of these type of trades, but I like the fact that it held 74.56. And remember, it's just a sympathy play. You know, it's not. It's going down because of somebody else. You never know really what's going on at Target. So see if it holds up 74.50. Everything going down. Yeah, Kohl's, Dollar Generals, the Macy's, everybody. U.S. Steel's didn't go back up. I mean, go back down. So hey, I covered at the lows, even though it was a waste of just a $40 trade. But at least I got out at the right time. All right, I'll be right back. I got people texting me.